जय हिंद एवरीवन एंड वेलकम बैक टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल। तो आप जैसे कि मेरे साथ देख रहे होंगे, वन ऑफ आर मोस्ट रिसेंट रिकमेंडेड कैंडिडेट्स प्रियल जैन, ये अभी रिसेंटली ही एसएसबी गाइड डिफेंस एकेडमी जनकपुरी से कोचिंग लेके गई थी विद आर एस्टीम्ड टीम मेंबर्स एंड अभी वन AFSP एयरफोर्स सिलेक्शन बोर्ड देहरादून से ये सेलेक्ट हुई है। सो आज हम आपके लिए लेके आए हैं इसका बहुत ही अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस जो इसका हमारी एकेडमी में रहा, कैसा इसका एक्सपीरियंस SSB में रहा और क्या रहा इसके इम्पॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स, वो सर आप थोड़ा सा इसके साथ बातचीत करेंगे। एंड प्रियल, यू कैन ऑल्सो लेट द स्टूडेंट्स नो जो तैयारी कर रहे हैं, जो रिटन की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, जो SSB की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, हाउ दे कैन गो अबाउट इट। एंड शी हैज़ ऑल्सो फॉलोड अस ऑन यूट्यूब। सो जो यूट्यूब से हमारे साथ प्रिपेयर करते हैं बच्चे, कल ही आपको हेल्थ मंथ की अनाउंसमेंट करी गई है एंड शी हैज़ ऑल्सो बीन अ स्टूडेंट ऑफ हेल्थ मंथ। तो ये खुद आपको बताएगी कि हेल्थ मंथ आपके लिए कितना बेनिफिशियल हो सकता है। सो टेकिंग ओवर विल बी सर।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू मैम। So Priyal, congratulations for such a wonderful show. I'm on behalf of all the instructors from SSB Guide Defense Academy here in Janakpuri. I welcome Priyal Jain here. Priyal Jain has been a student at the Academy for the Health Month, जिसमें उन्होंने written examinations के लिए prepare किया है. So today I'll ask Priyal, how did you prepare for the written examination? And what are the main things which you did to clear the NDA written exam?
So since I was a 12th appearing candidate at that time, so firstly I completely focused on the mathematics portion that comes in 12th grade, and I strengthened my calculus, 3D geometry and the other portions that were really important. So I shortlisted the chapters which have good weightage and practiced their PYQs and the other DPPs that were available on the online YouTube domain. Apart from that, I regularly watched the marathon classes and practiced most of the questions. So mathematics requires a lot of practice, and mock tests are also very important. For the GAT section, I regularly watch the vocabulary marathons, although my English was always a bit strong, but still I practiced it. And for again for polity and the other general studies, I followed Hell Month. The videos were very beneficial for us, and most of the paper came out of those videos only. And for science as well, being a science student, it was again a strong point for me, so I could only practice the questions, and that paved the way for written.
So बच्चों, जैसे प्रियल ने बताया कि हेल्थ मंथ इज सच ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पैकेज जो है, जो अर्पित चौधरी का जो चैनल से होता है, एंड दिस वीडियो इस वीडियो जो हम करते हैं, इट एक्चुअली बेनिफिट्स यू ऑल जो प्रिपेयर कर रहे हैं फॉर द फ्यूचर NDA रिटन एग्जामिनेशंस ऑल्सो. सो प्लीज गो थ्रू दिस एंड अवेल ऑफ दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी, जैसे प्रियल हैज टोल्ड. प्रियल, वन मोर थिंग जो बच्चों का ये थॉट्स में आता है कि एंड फॉर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर NDA रिटन एग्जामिनेशन, विच इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट, मैथमेटिक्स पोर्शन इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट या GAT पोर्शन इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट? एंड इन GAT ऑल्सो देयर आर सो मेनी सब्जेक्ट्स विच आर देयर, सो स्टूडेंट्स जनरली गेट्स कंफ्यूज कि कौन सा सब्जेक्ट्स के ऊपर ज़्यादा तैयारियाँ करें. सो हाउ विल यू हेल्प द स्टूडेंट्स in this area?
So both the papers, maths and GAT, are equally important because the person needs to qualify both the exams cumulatively. Initially, maths is more important because it is something that though your GAT paper is checked only if your mathematics paper is cleared. So mathematics, as most of the students are from maths background, and even if they are not, it's not very difficult if you give time and allocate good questions, practice them, so math is cleared. And for GAT, yes, there are a lot of subjects, but I think that is the best part about GAT because there are a lot of things that you can study, and then you can take the important chapters of those subjects. Like for history, modern history is more important, so you can put more focus towards there. English is again a simple subject if you actually practice good questions, so that is done. For science, again, physics and chemistry are not of very high level, they are a little basic than the board level, so again they can be practiced and good marks can be scored easily with right preparation and right platform.
ओके बच्चों, सो एज प्रियल जैन हैड टोल्ड, इतना अच्छा से प्रिपेयर करी है उन्होंने यहाँ अपना जो हेल्थ मंथ का जो ऑल दैट वीडियोस जो भी है, एंड शी हैज़ बेनिफिटेड सच अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम फॉर द रिटन एग्जामिनेशन. अभी चलते हैं फॉर द SSB. जैसे आप पीछे में देखे होंगे, प्रियल जैन हैड कम फॉर SSB गाइड डिफेंस एकेडमी हियर इन जनकपुरी में हमारा 3rd बैच में आए थे, विच स्टार्टेड ऑन 7th of June, एंड this is her smiling face. She has got recommended from one Air Force selection board, Dehradun. So Priyal, tell me, when you were preparing for the SSB here, which are the areas where you felt was very difficult and how did you overcome? Especially बच्चों को काफ़ी screening में काफ़ी सारे questions हैं.
So when I joined the academy for coaching, my main target was to gain as much experience as I can with the group, because that is something usually we are not able to have at our homes. That kind of exposure when all the people of our same age are competing for the same agenda. So that was very important for me. When it comes to screening in sir, that mostly here we were having a lot of practices of PPDT and also OIR. So that definitely helped us. The individual feedback that used to get here, and I worked upon that. So that really helped me. Apart from that, I think screening, during screening, the most important thing is to make your prominence in the group and participate as much as you can. Just narrate your story confidently and have faith in yourself, because the moment you do so, group starts listening to you. And another thing, that when there's the fish market situation, we can jot down some points, bring other people to conclusion again, so that that situation can be escaped. So that helped me during the screening process.
So tell the viewers, in your experience when you went for the SSB, how many total had reported and how many got screened in the phase 1?
So at my batch, 181 reported and 74 girls got screened in.
Okay.
So there was a very high ratio.
And which was the batch? Can you tell me the batch starting date which happened at Dehradun and the ending date?
So my batch started on 3rd July 2023 and the conference was on 7th July 2023.
So this was your first batch which you had gone
Yes
for?
sir, it was the first batch.
Okay. So bachcho, generally they have a confusion ki when the date selection comes, whether to select for the first batch or the second or the third or fourth. So how did you select the first batch?
So to us that was the only option for girls. There was only one batch for us.
Okay, you had only one batch. That's very nice. So thereafter, once you got screened in, when you came to phase 2, how did you tackle the first test, which was the psych test, and which are the areas where you felt that your training here at SSB Guide helped you?
So like in Air Force, the psych test happens on the first day itself. So first thing was in the mind that I need to take good rest.
Okay.
And after that, basically the psych pictures and the kind of practice we had here, it really helped me, because we were told that variety is also very important in psychology, and the pictures could be handled easily, and I attempted all the VATs, all 60 VATs, all 60 SRTs, and completed my SDT as well. And the situations were also a bit like we were practicing here. So that was much about psych. Mainly the time management problem was while I was here, but I completely erased it till I went to the SSB.
Who was the instructor here at SSB Guide who helped you in overcoming the problems which you faced in psych here?
So all the assessors who were here, like during the psych part, Colonel Ravikant Kaushal was our group's instructor, and he always focused on variety and the kind of creative themes we can always inculcate in our stories. So I wrote much of creative stories only. Some were technology related, some were for social welfare, and some were also from some personal experiences. So that helped us a lot.
So let us come to the GTO part now. The GTO, bachcho, as we are having a very good GTO ground here in Delhi with the SSB Guide Defense Academy. So how did you tackle the GTO part, especially PGTs and then group discussions and then outdoor tasks?
So first of all, like indoor tasks, we were given ample amount of practice here, and especially for the group planning exercise, the kind of inputs that were given by our GTO sir really helped me a lot, because they were more practical and they were more concrete in much sense. So that helped me. And for PGT and HGT, again, like we practiced on the ground itself, and we could try many more ideas, and if we had some doubts, we asked sir. He also gave more ideas to us, so that that's how I knew that how such obstacles can be tackled, and during my PGT and HGT I could easily find out a way.
Okay, very nice. So let us come to the interview part. Now, interview is considered to be one of the most difficult hurdles which we face in the SSB. So how did the interview here in SSB Guide Defense Academy prepare you for your interview there in the SSB?
Sir, for interview, I think most of the things that you told us, that only happened. Like you told us to be aware of the commands and the kind of aircrafts and their technicalities. Apart from that, how should we be very more effective while we are talking about a PIQ and our personal life. So that was majorly what happened during my interview as well. Apart from that, I was also asked questions related to geopolitics, and as you told that there might be such questions, so I was already prepared for them as well. So that is how my interview also went very well.
Very nice, Priyal. So I'm very happy that you was finally successful. And when during the final, when the results were announced and when your chest number came, what was your first feeling that came?
So the first feeling, the first thought that I had was of my father, that he must be really proud that it was one of his dreams that I could fulfill. So I was really glad about that, and then I was really thankful to all my mentors here, because of whom I could be successful at this stage of my life.
Bachon, let me tell you that Priyal Jain has been selected for the flying branch for 151 NDA course, which is starting in January. So let us give her a big congratulations. Congratulations, Priyal Jain.
Thank you, sir.
And may you be successful in your life.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, sir. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.